Well, Legion Patch Day is here, and we're going to be looking at the scope and the patch notes and see what we can see is happening in our good old-fashioned EVE Online. What is going on? Let them cook.
A new update to the Legion expansion, considerable fighting in Nullsec and Lowsec, and Galente Federation Day.
Yes.
This is Amamake, not Jita, but welcome to the Pulse.
Who does this? This is good EDM. Sit down. Gotta feature the old pacifier, chat. Gotta feature the pacifier.
EVE Online's Legion expansion was first announced at FanFest 2025, released on the 27th of May, and now Legion has received its first update. A number of changes went in on the 20th.
I just got a bunch of wrinkles, bro. You're telling me it's already July? I remember FanFest. I had such a good time at FanFest, y'all. Thank you for all the people that came up to me to shaking my hand. I didn't finish college. It was really great meeting everybody. See you next year, huh?
24th of June, many based on your input and feedback. The latest quality of life improvements, primarily informed by the Little Things panel at FanFest, include the ability to ignore contracts you're no longer interested in, clarity in the UI about Entropic Disintegrator spool progress, plus...
What's the bison meme? Yes, yes, yes. Clarity in the tooltip about the Entropic Disintegrator, literally showing the spool percentage. I love this.
Time needed for max spool, and more.
Really cool.
Also in the Legion update, the new optimized map now shows soon-to-be vulnerable orbital skyhooks.
Love that.
This offers enhanced clarity and strategic opportunities for skyhook raiding. Furthermore, the raiding window has been extended.
That's an incredible change, because what used to happen was you would see nothing on the map beforehand, okay? You would see nothing on the map beforehand, and then if it was raidable, now it's on the map. So by the time you plan everything and like get it together, it might already be dead just because somebody's already closed there. So letting you see, look, upcoming raidable in 40 minutes. This is a big change, and it's a W for the devs because they're making every single update we see is just making the game easier to play. And that's great. Thank you, devs. You guys are doing great.
There are also now more opportunities for conflict around Metanox moon drills, as unanchoring the structure will take longer, so groups cannot easily use this tactic to avoid a fight.
Can we talk about how good the Metanox looks? Can we talk about this? This is a good, everything's moving. Did they hire Gordon Ramsay? Because they've been cooking. I love the look of this freaking Metanox moon drill. It's awesome. Every time I see one, I just kind of, I like zoom in on it. I kind of look at it as I pass by and as I cloak by, and I'm not killing your Ishtar. So it's all good. They're beautiful.
Capsuleers who are skilled at scouting can also now hack sovereignty hubs to gather intel, including which upgrades are installed and which are online, allowing for more informed decisions when identifying targets.
That's huge. Explorers can now hack sovereignty hubs, and it lets them see the modules?
Scouting can also now hack sovereignty hubs to gather intel, including which upgrades are installed and which are online, allowing for more informed decisions when identifying targets.
Do you understand that every single person that yeets a heron into nullsec thought they were safe, just doing a little bit of exploration, farming up some mats, getting some stuff, and then heading back to high-sec? Nobody is going to leave the little explorers alone now. They gon' kill them, baby, because you can hack a sov hub, dude. Frye sov fleet. I mean, you don't get loot from this. It gives you intel, right? You can see what modules they have. God, I love that counterplay. Yo, and that's the first time we've ever seen this, right? This is really cool. Hacking is now an offensive action, not just an ISK maker. Oh my God, that just changed a bunch of stuff. They literal blood for the blood gods. Exactly. Oh, those poor Asteros that just want to make some money. The intel channels are going to be like,
Astero, they're in our sovereign. Get them, fire.
They're not going to be safe at all. So that's wild. That's how, do you understand how much better the game is getting every single time there's a freaking update? This one thing just shifted an entire meta. Man.
That's
I'm
the
going to have
whole
to think about that more.
Update, especially for Capsuleers interested in aligning with pirates. You can now enlist with the Angel Cartel or Guristas directly from Zarzak,
Nice.
lowering that particular barrier to entry. There are a few improvements to the war zone as well, increasing LP payouts for capture and some new combat opportunities geared towards smaller fights. Industrial.
I saw this. They're making solo faction warfare spots. So like 1v1s. Because before it was -5. So you could get a gang up to 5. Right now they have more -1s. Okay. More small fights for faction warfare is a good thing. More solo focused stuff. We'll look at the patch notes to see exactly what that looks like. But yes, we'll see. We'll see.
There are a few improvements to the war zone as well, increasing LP payouts for capture and some new combat opportunities geared towards smaller fights.
That's cool. I like that.
Industrialists can enjoy increased resource availability as pyrite yields from reprocessing have been increased, while Pochven has seen a number of changes, including improvements and more rewards for smaller scale sites aimed at providing opportunities for agile cruiser teams. In addition,
they helped Pochven. The devs improved Pochven. Go buy a lottery ticket, y'all, because, you know, it's a rare occurrence. I'm very pleased that the devs have been helping out Pochven. And, oh my God, my allergies, chat. It's very great. I'm going to see what that means. And I have already talked to my Corp about doing some more Pochven small gang fleets for the stream so we can show y'all how Pochven is, what this means. There are some very big changes to this that make it, like, dare I say, lucrative to come back to Pochven, even if you're not in a 15 Marauder ball, okay? Marauders, we've been killing some Marauders. The Marauder balls haven't been doing great against us. We've been doing a different kind of a doctrine, okay? So there was some changes to faction warfare. We're going to look at those in just a sec, Jack. This is cool, though. The Pyrite changes are huge. Pyrite continues to be just a very strange ore, one that is immune, it seems, to all of the changes that are happening. Pyrite. Look, I mean, the price of this stupid thing keeps rising and rise. And look, when the announcement hit, look at this. So it was at 33 and now we're at 26. So look, what would I do? We always try to have these videos and say, what would I do if I were you seeing these things? Pyrite is going to be more available for the next like week. So price is going to be down. I would put buy orders in. Oh, I got a big mosquito bite on me, chat. They like my sweet Irish blood. Sheesh. I would put some buy orders in to get some of these mats, and then you can sell them back, thanks for using my code, at a cost that is higher. You could make some money. Okay, put buy orders in, sell them in a couple weeks for more, because inevitably we're gonna need more. The price is gonna go down. It'll bounce back. It won't go necessarily up as high. Maybe buy it on the way down to see where the bottom is, because we have to let the market kind of correct itself. But once you see it, you can keep making some money, y'all. You can keep making some money.
Resource availability as pyrite yields from reprocessing have been increased.
Very cool.
While Pochven has seen a number of changes, including improvements and more rewards for smaller scale sites aimed at providing opportunities for agile cruiser teams. In addition, war deck loopholes have been sealed and the compare tool has been revamped.
Yeah, I saw that.
The Legion expansion, of course.
I gotta be honest with you, I don't like the compare tool changes. I have to try to get more used to it, but I don't like the compare tool changes. I know where they're going, I just don't like it, so we'll see.
Introduced the Triglavian Barbaroga Marauder, the Angel Cartel Sarathiel Dreadnought, freelance jobs, the Corp palette, a visual upgrade for many cruisers, increased effectiveness of resistance modules, and more. Here are some expansion numbers so far, and if you'd like a chance to win the skin that you see on the updated Sacrilege in the next segment, just comment below with the word Pulse and your player character name.
1,000 Barbarogas have been made. That's pretty sick. 55 have been destroyed. These things are so freaking powerful, dude. Sarathiels have been, wow, only 120. I actually understand that. One has been killed. Yowzer. Yowzer. That's a nice looking freaking ship. New SOV upgrades. Resource conversation, exploration detectors. Okay, so resource conversion. Of course it is. Duh. More mats. More mats. Freelance jobs. 2,000 jobs created. Honestly, I thought that'd be higher. 2,000 jobs. The freelance jobs are in its infancy. Man, this thing is itching me like crazy. What the heck? Did a spider bite me? Look, if I get superpowers and start shooting webs out of my orifices, you're going to understand why. Total ISK paid out 200. No, never mind. 250 trillion. Is that billion? That's 1,000. That's a million. That's a billion. 250 billion. Never mind. Most popular job, mine ore. Boy, if I had a nickel. I understand that completely. That's wild. Never mind. I think that's plenty. I was looking at jobs created. That's a cool looking skin. Yep. 2,400 Corp pallets made. The most popular colors are red and black. Any of mine? I can't believe it.
The Great Wildlands region in Nullsec was the site of a major escalation between the Imperium and PanFam coalitions,
just covered this,
with thousands of Capsuleers involved in the fighting. The Imperium adopted an aggressive siege strategy by anchoring citadels on PanFam's doorstep, with the subsequent battles resulting in the destruction of 2 PanFam keepstars. A recent episode of The Scope covered some of the conflict, but there have been further developments since. The Imperium claimed more systems in the region of Innsmother and announced their formal migration into the area to stage out of the system of SeaTac J6MT, with new allies out of the blue joining them. The War of the Ruses, as the Imperium currently labels it, continues as PanFam persists with its strategy of smaller-scale infrastructure harassment and battles across multiple locations. Elsewhere in New Eden, the Lanthorn system in Heimatar, a mere 2 jumps from here, saw one of the biggest fights recorded in recent months.
Yes.
An assault by Winter Coalition and their allies on a snuffed-out Fortizar sparked a huge battle. Multiple rivals of Snuffed Out joined Winterco in the attack, while Snuffed enlisted their own support. The resulting battle saw loss estimates rise above 3 trillion ISK.
We saw Snuffed lost multiple trillions. They lost the fight pretty handily, it seems. There's 3 teams. The second team lost like 1 trillion. Snuffed lost many trillions, and the other team only lost hundreds of billions. Can we talk about how we're like just, oh yeah, they only lost the trillion. They only lost the trillion. EVE Online chat.
With almost 4,000 Capsuleers involved. The Fortizar survived, but post-attack revelations of allies switching sides mid-battle could have ramifications for the region.
Interesting.
Check out the most recent episode of The Scope for full details.
Look at the Vargas.
There's something about...
Look at this. Don't tell crash apps, dude. Look at the Vargas. It's a nightmare. Look at all of the Vargas. Listen, I'm a fan of metal music. I've been crowned the king of the pit. You get me tipsy enough, you'll hear that story one day, all right? I'm a benevolent king. A mosh pit is my home. But that thing, it scares me. Look at that disgusting... Gross. It's too much, okay? I want to know who did this, okay?
This area because
Wild.
just a few days
The
later,
Borg
next
sphere
door
for sure.
in Secede, another massive dread brawl took place. Pirate forces spread corruption into Secede, allowing for warp disruption probes, which drastically changed the landscape of the fight. What started as a single Phoenix Navy issue camping a gate quickly escalated into a full-fledged brawl between Sedition, Snuffed Out, Shadow Cartel, Deepwater Hooligans, and several other groups in the war zone.
This is a direct result, back to back. What's up, Snuffed? Dread brawls of the devs making dreads more accessible, making battleships more accessible, bigger fights, more undocking, clapping while I talk. Get your stuff out of the station and on the grid, baby. This is awesome. I love seeing these big fights. Makes me happy.
In all, just over 3.3 trillion ISK was destroyed.
Sheesh.
In just 4 days, nearly 600 dreads and over 6 trillion ISK has gone up in smoke in these 2 systems alone. The system of Dodixi will host the player-run Galente Federation Day celebrations on the 28th of June, with all Capsuleers and Federation citizens invited to attend.
Cool.
The event activities will begin at 1800 UTC and include a Miss and Mr. Federation pageant, ship customization and fireworks parade, as well as a Federation trivia quiz, with rewards including plenty of Plex and millions of ISK.
Sick.
With battles raging all across New Eden, there's a sale in the New Eden store on skins for the most commonly used ships so far. Get 50% off selected skins for the Raven Navy issue,
Really?
Ferox Navy issue, Roke, Zenitra, Minakawa, Apostle, and Barguest until the 30th of June.
That's cool. Okay.
That's all for this episode of The Pulse. Thank you for joining us. Remember to check the description below for more information on the stories that we've covered, and hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay notified of any other content that we post. See you next time.
W, I love the winking. It's great. Look, these are really cool that the community does this. I want you to see that the devs do this so often that it's really, really cool. Not a lot of other studios are going to do this much community-focused showcases. Okay? Most dev updates like this are, yeah, check it out. You know, check it out. Here is our patch notes. They actually want you to like see that they care about what the community does, and that's really, really cool. If you want the best EVE news and some great takes and some good community, make sure you bookmark this playlist right here. And if you want the best EVE news and guides, sub to the channel, baby. Thanks for 30K on YouTube. We'll see you in the next video, y'all. Thanks very, very much.